and the Civil Defence Force. Postal voting commences tomorrow. And on news overseas, heavy snowfall plays havoc in Germany. Over 160 people are stranded in their vehicles. Now for the news in detail. President Rajapaksa launching his manifesto pledges to build a strong and healthy society and make Sri Lanka the most vibrant nation in Asia. The manifesto is titled Mahinda Chintan Extended Version. The launching took place at the BMICH.
දිනාගත් නිදහස රකින්නට ඒ නිදහස වෙනුවෙන් ජනතාව කළ ජීවිත පරිත්‍යාගය අර්ථවත් කරන්න අවශ්‍ය සියලු දේ මේ ප්‍රකාශනය ඇතුළත් කරන්නට අපි වග බලාගත් බව මා ප්‍රකාශ කරනවා.
Addressing a gathering packed to capacity, the President said his development plan did not contain a single word against the country's sovereignty. A vote for the betel leaf at the polls would be a vote ensuring the freedom of the nation and the people. He said he took over torch burning at both ends in 2005 as terrorism was at its peak and the nation divided by a controversial ceasefire agreement. He said he defeated LTTE terrorism, which the entire world said was impossible. The President warned that there were sections at present attempting to give in to terrorism again. He urged the people to exercise caution. These groups were trying to make way for another Elam struggle. He called upon the people to be ready to defeat such forces. The people had the courage and will to defeat such anti-national groups. He referred to the massive development program started in the country and the people could reap benefits. President Rajapaksa emphasized that it was time to continue development that kicked off 4 years ago. He said the next decade would be named Development Decade of Sri Lanka. Pointing out that Sri Lanka was now a nation of one people, the President opined that he would soon hold provincial polls in the north and grant power to the people over there to administer their needs. He pointed out that he was a leader who stood against international pressure to protect the nation and would not allow fraudsters to pickpocket US dollars from the national economy. He added that the youth in the country courageously fought the vote victory. The President was confident that they would be partners in the development drive of the nation. The launching of the manifesto took place amidst the blessings of multi-religious leaders. The President presented copies of the policy statement to them. Prime Minister Ratnasiri Wickramanayake, First Lady Shiranti Rajapaksa, leaders of all constituent parties of the Freedom Alliance, parliamentarians and foreign diplomats were among the large gathering who graced the occasion. Mahinda Chintana, the election manifesto of the president, highlights a 14-point program at taking Sri Lanka to a prominent position in Asia and in the world.
The entire policy statement focuses on new areas of development after the successful defeat of terrorism and the new dawn of peace in the country and the opportunities for investment and economic progress. The president said he is geared to accept the challenge of winning the economic war after the triumph in the war. He pledges to increase the per capita income to $4,000 at the end of next 6 years. Hundreds of thousands of new jobs will be generated within the next few years through the massive projects which are in implementation. Gamanaguma will be continuously carried forward to make the village a suitable place for living with all enhanced facilities. The president pledges to make the village prosperous with all resources by the year 2016. The income of farmers will be enhanced while everyone will enjoy power supplies in 2012. 5 liters of kerosene will be given free of charge to families who lack electricity, and the Samurdhi subsidy will be increased to 1,000 rupees. An environment will be created for senior citizens to live in dignity. The allowance given to adults will be increased to 1,000 rupees. All public servants who retired before 2006 will receive a pension to suit the 2006 pension scheme. The president pledges to fulfill the responsibilities on behalf of all soldiers who made supreme sacrifices and those disabled, including their family members. The salary will be given to totally disabled soldiers. 15 housing projects such as the Ranajapura will be built on their behalf. The president assured a salary hike for public servants. It will be subject to a minimum of 2,500 rupees. The cost of living allowance will also be increased. He pledged more facilities to them. The program of granting ownership of a house to every family will be completed within the next 6 years. Plans to build 600,000 new houses have already been drawn up. 20 schemes for flats on behalf of 40,000 shanty dwellers will be launched and the necessary capital allocated in the budget. Another target is to make the estate fraternity a society entitled to houses. The project to provide electricity to every household will be completed in 2012. Provincial elections will be held for the North and democracy enthroned. Law enforcement will be strengthened. Discussions will be entered into with all parties and people's representatives on the executive presidency. The president emphasized that the presidency will be transformed into a responsible position functioning on behalf of the people. A strategy will be drawn up to minimize unemployment and generate new jobs, exploiting to the maximum the contribution of the youth. President Rajapaksa announced his determination for brain gain, replacing brain drain.
You're watching Prime TV News and still with news at home. The Mahinda Chintana extended version grants many benefits to public servants. The President's policy statement present today clearly mentions that the public service is implemented on behalf of the masses. All facilities required to provide a maximum service to the people are being granted to public employees. Nearly 500,000 had been newly recruited to the public service within 4 years. The policy not to sell any state institution was strictly adhered to. Public employees will receive a minimum salary increase of 2,500 rupees this year. The cost of living allowance is also due to be increased. In addition to eliminating salary anomalies, the Mahinda Chintana extended version includes many proposals. Among them are tax relief for vehicles and construction of houses. Special attention is directed to war heroes. 45,000 members of the Civil Defence Force will be made permanent. All war heroes will receive salaries until their death. The promotions in the police will be systematized, while privileges enjoyed by disabled and family members of soldiers who made supreme sacrifices will also be awarded to the police. The policy statement also includes many proposals on behalf of war heroes, including the introduction of a special housing scheme for the police. President Rajapaksa says he is the person who is most satisfied about the freedom enjoyed by the civilians today. Addressing a gathering in Batticaloa, the president said he had fulfilled the request made by the people to rid the country of terrorism.
අපි මේ රටේ අද මේ රට නිදහස් කරගෙන මේ රටේ සියලු ජනතාවට එකට ජීවත් වන්නට පුළුවන් වාතාවරණයක් අපි අද නිර්මාණය කරලා තියෙනවා.
Addressing a mammoth crowd near the Gandhi Crescent, the president said he had built an environment in which everyone can live peacefully since it is now devoid of terrorism. He told them that he had come to Batiklo after addressing a mammoth crowds in Vaunia, Mana and also at the Dureyappa Stadium in Jaffna. He is glad that the people are now living peacefully. Vast development was now taking place